Okay, we're going to get started with the press conference for 100 Thieves. This press conference will last for 20 minutes or until there are no more questions from the media, remote or in person. Remote media, if you'd like to ask a question, please use the chat function inside of Zoom to submit your question and it will be read aloud. For the players, when you have a response ready, and the coaches, please hit the button on your microphone so that it turns green and then you can speak into the mic. And after you're done with your answer, please hit it again so it goes red. This helps avoid feedback. We will start with questions from in-person media. Please raise your hand if you have a question, Mr. Gafford.
This question is for Reaper from Travis Gafford. We just saw the group draw show. Are you happy with your group, or would you rather have Cloud9's group given the two groups?
I'm pretty happy with our group. I will not take the C9 group at all. So yeah, potentially RNG will be our group because we have no Chinese team in our group, but still, I do believe that it's manageable. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that.
How's it going, guys? Degon with Degon Esports here. Felt like we were kind of going back and forth a lot with the AD carry trading. So for you, Coach Reaper, kind of asking, with the AD carries, did you think about changing it up? Because it just felt like Sivir Zeri, Sivir Zeri, Sivir Zeri.
To be honest, C9 Bato was showing that they were playing like more champions than our current champion pool. So it was safer that we trading Zeri and Sivir together so that at least both of the carries have a high carry potential and then pretty big team fight power. So we were betting on that. It wasn't work, unluckily. Yeah.
My name is Ethan Garcia. I'm with Dot Esports. My question is for Avadaga. So one of the things that we saw in the series was that Jensen opted for the Zilean pick, which surprised a lot of us. Did that surprise you when Jensen picked that? And kind of how was your response to that internally with the team heading into Game 3? Were you guys anticipating that he would do that again?
We knew that they're playing it, but we weren't like, we didn't think it was straight up like ban worthy, because we thought both, like, if you have a Silas answer, it's gonna be good, and also we don't see it as a counter to Talia, so we were happy like just taking it.
Hey guys, Nick Geraci here. My question is for Closer. This is one of the rare times where we're going to see the same exact roster go back to the World Championship, same 5 players. Do you think that that gives 100 Thieves an advantage this time around on the international stage that other teams might not have?
I'm not sure if it gives advantage, but I mean, it's just cool that we are able to do it twice with the same rosters because we are good friends, and I think that's something positive in game and like outside of the game synergy-wise. I don't know if it brings too much advantage, but it's something positive for sure.
Thank you.
Hey guys, Jay Silver here with Game Elevate. My question is for Someday. Someday, in this particular series, we saw a little bit of a deviation from the Aatrox Warren swap, and you pulled out the Malphite and Fiora. Can you talk to me a little bit about why you think these picks, even with the losses today, are particularly strong in the meta?
I just kind of adapting at the moment and reactive, and I think the Wi-Fi is kind of joker pick, like pocket pick to like counter their pick, and the Aatrox is kind of generally good in this meta, I think.
Thank you so much.
Hey, this is Michael Turley with the Game House. This one's at Coach Reapert. So this is two, unfortunately in a row, back-to-back 0-3 final performances. So I want to know, what do you think the biggest thing that 100 Thieves has lacked in these two series?
I do believe that both of times EG and C9 in the series, they were team fighting better, and then they were playing a little bit smarter than us. So if there's something that we are slacking in our series, probably a little bit of the smartness, but yeah.
Thank you.
Question from remote media. This is for the team, but starting with Huhi first. Now with the LCS season over and the crazy playoffs now done, how do you think NA will fare internationally?
I think we have a pretty good chance, especially even last year at Worlds. We had a pretty hard group and we almost made it out, making 3-3, beating the world champion in that year. I think C9 can also have a chance in their group, and for our group as well, I think we will have a pretty good chance to making it out. And hopefully for Asia as well, I think their groups is pretty favorable for them. They just have to figure out their synergy with Kaori, with a new player, and I think we will all have a pretty good, decent chance.
Hey, this is Jerm with I Am Jerm. My question's for FBI. Speaking of Kaori, you got to play against him yesterday, so I was just kind of wondering what you think of him as an AD carry player. Do you think he's going to be a weakness for EG at Worlds? Do you think he's going to step up and be able to play well?
I think Kaori as a player was much stronger later than Danny, but I think his flaws come in the team fighting. I think he's kind of like an opposite of Danny, and I guess by road we'll see if that's better or worse for EG.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, my question's for Sunday. This is Silvix with Team Liquid. As we just saw with the group draw, it turns out that 100 Thieves will be playing Genji, who also has Score as a coach. So how often do you talk to Score, and are you excited to play against your former teammate?
When it's the off season, I talk with him sometimes, and I met him sometimes too. It's gonna be fun, and also Genji has my former teammates, the Mappa sub coach as well, and they have a general manager Lee Hun too. So it's gonna be fun to play against them.
Michael Turley with the Game House. This one's for Huhi. So in the first two games, you decided to rush a Chemtech Purifier over getting a mythic item. I was wondering, what is the rationale behind that, and why did you do it?
The reason behind it is just based on what enemy champions are playing. So if enemy champions has a lot of healing, I think some games they had Yumi. In the first game, I don't exactly remember, but when they have a lot of healing, you don't want to waste money on your carry to buy those items, because I can just buy it as an enchanter.
Another question from remote media for Huhi. Do you think North America is currently the strongest it has ever been?
I think it's kind of hard to say, but I think we are definitely not weak. We might be. I think we'll see this Worlds especially. It's in our hometown in NA, and all the NA teams, as long as including us, if we don't choke, I think we'll make NA proud.
This is Digon for Abadaga. In game one, around the Dragon Pit, Fudge came around the flank on Kennen. You read it perfectly, you hit him with the zero backwards, but you kind of took a weird bounce. Did you think that was a weird bounce, or did you just play through it?
I mean, I had a small like vision angle from like, even though there was Nocturnal, I still saw him. So I thought it's going to be really good if I stop him from flanking with my ult. And then I don't really remember exactly what happened, but I think that actually this weekend there's been a lot of weird interactions with Zeri ult. For example, like Poppy E going for my ult, and so I can't specifically talk about like the clowns or like what happened with the cannon, but it's probably worth to review from Riot. Maybe it will change the game.
Thank you.
Jay Silver again from Game Elevate. My question is for Closer. Closer, earlier this week you posted a picture with you with the Michael Jordan statue. You've talked openly about looking up to Michael Jordan. Despite losing today and the close series yesterday, can you reflect a little bit about what it's been like playing in Chicago and what you will take from this opportunity to bring with you further into your career, including Worlds and beyond?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely sucks more because I'm a really big Michael Jordan fan and I lost in his hometown when I'm 23 years old, so it definitely sucks a lot. But I mean, looking back, like, I'm just a kid from Turkey and not many people are able to do this, so I'm still proud of myself.
Thank you so much.
Hey, Nick Tracy here again. My question is once again for Closer. How do you think this team has grown in its second full season together?
I mean, I don't know if we grew. Definitely in this finals we were better than how we were in the last finals. I feel like I remember start of this split we were talking as a team we might not even like make playoffs because I mean it was actually 8 teams so it was kind of easy, but like we were in danger to like be a shit team basically. Like, I remember no one was even considering that we're gonna make worlds and stuff like that. So looking back, we came a long way. But if you ask me if we improved, I mean it's hard to compare. I don't know. It's hard to compare.
Thank you.
Ethan Garcia again. My question is also this time it's also for Abadaga as well. You know, people have really been talking about you this season in terms of your performance through the mid lane. You know, you've had your highs, you've had your lows, but overall you've been very consistent. How would you say that you've been performing towards the end of the season compared to the beginning of the season?
I think towards the end of the season and playoffs, I did a lot better, and I had the opportunities to shine. I do think that I missed out on, I do think I had some games which I should have carried, where I put myself in a really good position, but then I wasn't able to put the team on my back because of like just how I played the team fight or something like that. But I definitely stepped it up and kind of showed what I'm made of.
Question from Remote Media for Closer. What are some things in specific that you improved on to make you guys go from a poor team to Worlds qualifiers?
When I gave it my all this split, I made sure that like I'm putting enough work, just doing whatever I can, working every free time I have to become a better League of Legends player, and just asking to myself how can I help my teammates more, and that's basically it's like working hard and making sure you got your teammates back. That's all you can do.
Robert Haynes of the Game House here. This one's for FBI and Huhi. As we all know, Zeri has been quite a menace to society, and it feels like she might follow the world's meta. I want to know your guys' thoughts on her as a champion, and are you guys going to be glad to potentially not have to play her or play against her?
Yeah, I think at the moment, Zeri, or in our patch, Zeri is very unbalanced. I think she fulfills every role that an AD carry needs, and I will say that I think my Zeri is not at the highest level, so in a way I will be kind of glad that I won't have to play Zeri anymore, potentially, but I'll still be working on my Zeri because I think the champion is very high skill ceiling, and I want to get there.
Last question from the press.
This is Jerm again. I had a question for Reaper. So obviously the series didn't go your guys' way today, but I was just wondering if you could speak to Cloud9 at all. Like, were you really impressed with them? Are they a really, really strong team, or was it more just you guys not playing your best today?
I do believe that EG and us and C9, we can all win it all, three of the teams, but only matters are who's showing up on the day, right? So I do believe like I don't think there's a big skill gap between top three teams in NA right now, but they are definitely have something like their battle is kind of playing lots of things, and then they are showing up like lots of champions pool around there, and then they were utilizing Jensen very well, which is I do believe Jensen is one of the players that he holding his lane very well, and then not that like roam or skirmish focused player, but he's also pretty good at like control mages and then holding his lane opponents very well. So I do believe that they are utilizing their own players very well, and then they showing up today.
Yeah. Thank you.
That concludes our press conference with 100 Thieves. 100 Thieves, thank you so much for your time.
Yeah. Good luck at Worlds, guys.
Thank you.